Time to be excited and show you my haul again this week. Everything you see here, I got totally free. And the total of these freebies comes to £31.79. £31.79. All kinds in there, including a nice hotel box of chocolates and vegetables. If you stick with me to the end, I've got an array of stuff here, lots of Christmas treats, lots of different things. And bit by bit, I'll show you how I saved nearly £150 and paid a hell of a lot less. Okay, let me show you how I did it. Hi, welcome back to Wallflowers. I only shop at food initiatives, not food banks. I don't shop at the supermarket. I only shop at what are called community fridges and community initiatives. So today, as I just said, I got all those freebies, £31 something worth, absolutely scot-free. So let me walk you through what I've actually paid for. So I got 1 kilo of chicken legs. Now I only actually paid 20p for that in one of the food initiatives that I went to today. Had I bought it in the supermarket, it would have cost me £2.25. So it's a £2.5 saving right from the get-go. Some beautiful chicken, ham, hock and leek pies. Now I think they're going to be absolutely gorgeous. Now I've paid 8 items for it, which equals £3.36. There would have been £4.25 in the supermarket. Next item is a Frey Bentos pie. Again, I've only paid 20p for that. It would have cost me £2.28 in the supermarket, so a £2.08 saving. These are going to be absolutely lovely meals. I got some soft cheese. I want to make a cheesecake and I keep looking to pick the soft cheese up and I managed to get it today. So I've paid 20p for that soft cheese. Would have cost me £1.50 in the supermarket or £1.30 saving. I got a kilo bag of sweet potatoes. We haven't had these for a while, so I'm looking forward to them. I like them mashed. How do you like your sweet potatoes? You prefer yours in chips, don't you?
I like it mashed.
Yeah, I like it mashed. I paid 20p for that bag of sweet potatoes today. Would have cost me £1.19 in the supermarket, so it's a 99p saving. Also got another butternut squash today. I've paid 20p for that. Would have cost me £1.50, so £1.30 saving. And these, we like these roasted. So these are acorn squashes. So I've got 2 orange and a yellow. Now I've paid 20p for all 3 of them together. Would have cost me £1.50 in the supermarket, so it's a £1.30 saving. The little delicacy and they're really tasty. If you haven't tried them, I recommend them because they're really cheap at the moment, even in the supermarkets. £1.50 for them in the supermarket is really cheap, 50p each. If you haven't tried them, give them a whirl. There's a recipe that I showed you recently of how to roast squashes, and they are tasty. Yeah. I got 3 bell peppers as well, 3 different colours. I paid 20p for all 3 of them. Would have cost £1.60, so £1.40 saving. A little bag of limes. Now, I don't know if you know, but there's more vitamin C in limes than there is in lemons. So I've crossed over now. I'm trying to buy limes instead of lemons. I paid 20p for that bag. Would have cost me £1.18, so a 98p saving. Please excuse my throat, I'm really husky at the moment. A 300g bag of sprouts. I've paid 20p. It would have been 75p in the supermarket. A 50p saving. A nice bag of green beans. There they are. Again, I've paid 20p for them. Would have cost £1.10, so a 90p saving. 2 small tins of Heinz beans, which is just enough for the 2 of us if we're having it with a meal. If not, we're having it on toast, etc. A big can's needed. But they were just 2 for 42p, so I grabbed them today. Would have cost me £1. There's an offer on in one of the supermarkets, I think it's Asda or Tesco, and they're offering 2 for £1, which is a good deal. But I've saved 58 pence buying it this way. I got 500 grams of grapes. I've paid 20 pence for them. Would have cost me £2 in the supermarket, so it's a £1.80 saving. It's nothing better. You know, we've got lots of sweet stuff in. We're very food rich at the moment because we shop like this. And sometimes you just have a little pang for something sweet, but you don't want chocolate, you don't want cakes, biscuits, etc. And just to go and get a little bowl of grapes every now and again. Delicious, like lovely little treat. Also picked a melon up for the same factor, and Oscar's been asking me for a melon recently. So I've paid 20 pence for that melon. Would have cost me £1.87, so £1.67 saving. And this massive bag of instant mash. Now, when I had my failure recipe recently, which was using the squashes, I could have done with a little bit of this, but I didn't have any in. So I've got that whole bag today for just 40 pence in one of the food initiatives. Nobody else was picking it up. Now I'll decant that. And I'll put it in airtight containers, and I'll use that over the next 12 months, whether it's in soup, stews, or literally a cheap meal where I do mix up some mashed potato. Now that's restaurant quality, so it's not those cheap ones you buy in the cardboard box in the supermarket. That's restaurant quality. So when you do mix it up, it actually tastes like mashed potato rather than the cardboard versions in the shops. So as I say, I paid 40 pence for it, but it would have cost me £28.11. So what's that? £27.71 savings. Absolutely amazing. And it'll take me through for a whole 12 months. I got a Thai curry today, to 3 items, so it cost me £1.26. I've paid £2.50 for it, so it's a £2.49 saving. I got a bottle of fruit shoot for Oscar. I've paid 84 pence for it. Would have cost £2.50 in the supermarket, so it's a £1.66 saving. Bottle of bleach for the toilet. I've paid 2 items for it, which is 84 pence. Would have cost me 70 pence in the supermarket, so I've been diddled. Been diddled by 10 pence now. 14 pence. Diddled by 14 pence. Now that does irk me. Although I save an absolute fortune over this shop and well over £100, to be diddled on an item, I don't like that. Anyway, a nice little treat. Hope she's not watching because this will be used as a gift. But it's a Marks and Spencer's floral collection. And someone looking at it think, oh, that's only a cheap little gift. It's not, you know. This would actually cost £22 in Marks and Spencer's. And it's vegan, animal friendly, so it's not being tested on animals. And it's a beautiful little gift. Now, I've literally only paid 20 pence for it, but it would have cost £22 in Marks and Spencer's. What an amazing find that is. Absolutely beautiful. So I've saved £21.80 on that alone. Fabulous. Next item is just a tube of toothpaste. I've paid 84 pence for it. Would have cost £1.49. So what's that? £1.60, 67 pence saving. 2 bags of prawn crackers, weekend treats. I've paid 84 pence for those. Would have cost £1.35. So it's a £1.51. It's a 51 pence saving. These I bought last week, and I bought another one this week. Probably New Year's Eve treats. These will be kept for. It is ready-made in the box, so it's a tray of these brookie cakes. So I've paid 84 pence for them. Would have cost me £2.49 in the supermarket, so it's a £1.65 saving. Absolutely amazing. and some crepes. Oscar absolutely loves these. Now these are chocolate filled. Excuse me. I've paid £1.26 and they would have cost me £1.98. Amazing. So what's that? A 72p saving. I bought some meringue nests. We really enjoy these. And I've just gotten some whipping cream this week, and I've got some beautiful homemade raspberry jams, so I'll set them up and me and Oscar will absolutely devour them. Absolutely delicious, and they'll be over the Christmas period. So I paid 20p for them nests. They would have actually cost me £3.10 in Marks and Spencer's, so it's a £2.90 saving. Amazing. Patina banana drink. I've paid 84p for that. Would have cost me £2.80, so it's a £1.96 saving, but Oscar will devour that. Also another drink for him. I've paid 70p for this one today. Would have cost me £1.90, so a £1.20 saving. And I got 2 bottles of Ribena juice, and these will crack a little discount. You can see on the label, they're just 80p per bottle. So I picked up 2 to take us over the holidays. So I paid £1.60 for those. Would have actually cost me £3.48. Absolutely amazing. And this one is a treat just for me. The boys have all the jellies, they have different sweets, and I love these. So this is a kilo party bag of M&Ms and the peanut flavour. Now, as you can see, I've paid £3 for that bag today. To actually buy that, it would have cost £12 elsewhere. I don't think they're actually in the supermarket, so it would have been online. And I should imagine there'd be postage on top of that, so £12. And I got it for £3. How amazing is that? So it's over a £9 saving if you'd add the postage. Little heart biscuits. These are little treats that will come out for party food. I've paid 84p for the 2 bags together. Would have cost me £1.98, which is £1.14 saving. I also got myself another bag of M&Ms, but these are chocolate. So again, I've paid £3 for that bag, 360 grams. Would have cost £5, so a £2 saving. And that's me. I am sort of for M&Ms, and I really do enjoy them, so I'm happy. A bag of Christmas tree decorations, little chocolate Santas. They cost £1. Would have cost £1.55, so it's a 55p saving. A Tesco's baton, 200 grams. I paid 25p for that. Would have cost me 80p, so a 55p saving. 3 cheese twists. They've cost me 25p. Would have cost £1.20, so a 95p saving. And then, as you can see, 4 chocolate top donuts. I've paid 25p again. Would have cost 95, so a 75p saving. The 2 boxes of Swizzle Squashies are for Mr. Wallflowers and Oscar. I say I don't eat the jelly sweets. I've paid £1 a box, so that's £2. They would have cost me £4.98 to buy in the supermarket, so it's a £2.98 saving. And we've got Favorina candy canes, so these are strawberry flavour, and again they're for the Christmas tree. I've paid 84p. It would have cost 95, so it's an 11p saving. The basics I get every time they're available is the tea bags for Mr. Wallflowers. So there's 40 tea bags there. I got them for 20p. They would have cost 70, so it's a 50p saving. A Warby's loaf. I've paid 20p for that. Would have cost £1.40, so a £1.20 saving. And a large bag of French fries. So I paid £1.50 for that bag of French fries today. They would have cost me £4.98. Absolutely amazing. So on this shopping here alone, I've paid £29.75. £29.75. Had I bought this section in the supermarket, it would have cost me £137.71. So what's that? £107 odd savings. I've saved £107 on this bit alone. But let me show you again what I got for free today. So I got 1.4 kilos of carrots, and I can chop and freeze them. I could can them if I had some spare jars, but I don't, so I'll most probably chop and freeze them. All this is for free, but had I bought these, it would have cost me £1.09 for the carrots alone. The parsnips, again, it's 600 grams of the parsnips. They would have cost me £2.25. 2 cans of lemon Fanta. Oscar would be happy with them. They would have cost £1.30. A small bunch of bananas. They would have cost 75p. The easy peelers, got 2 bags of those for free. They would have cost me £1.19. Hovis and garlic herb breads. So these look really nice. They'll do for sandwiches, etc. They would have cost £2. The sandwich rolls, they would have cost £1.90 squares. They're really nice. And this was a thank you from one of the discount shops we shop at, and it was a free box of chocolates. So they're a hotel service box of chocolates. And when I priced these, £10.95 they would have been. So that's a beautiful little gift. So all in all, the freebies come to £31.79. Oh, I didn't do the sandwiches, sorry. And as usual, the 4 sandwiches, so they would have cost £10.95. Absolutely amazing. So that would have cost £31.79. So if I add that, it means the total of my shop today would have come to £169.50. And seeing as I only actually paid physically £29.75, that gives me a grand saving of £139.75. Absolutely amazing. And you know why I'm so excited? Because it's good quality food. We've got a lot of junk food, but we've got decent vegetables. We've got decent meal ideas. We pick up cleaning agents. We pick up little bits of Christmas presents. Absolutely all kinds of decor for the Christmas tree, etc. I'm thrilled. You know I am. And I get excited every week. Thank you so much for coming today. Please take care. Remember you're loved. And I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.